Well, midnight tonight is the deadline for applying to our October 4th grant. See, we have these grants every month, and they're for members of Let's Go Help. And Let's Go Help, if you're not aware of it, what we do there is help you find government grants. So we're giving out like $1,000 or $500 a month to over 700 members of Let's Go Help every month now. We've given out like over $400,000. So it's significant to me, maybe not to you, or particularly a lot of people in Washington, but it's real money that people could use, and it's not complicated to get it. And all you have to do is tell us what you would do with $1,000. And we have an application on our two websites. And when you belong to Let's Go Help, you really have access to both websites. The one on Facebook, and Let's Go Help on Facebook, which is a closed website, so you have to be a member. And the other one is on Let's Go Help 2, which is on the Mighty Network. And so join up at letsgohelp.com if you're interested. And not only if you're interested in applying to our grant, which, by the way, there's people who are not collecting the money. We've been doing this for a year now. We've been piling up some money that people haven't come and collect that they won. So they haven't been looking. So if you're a member of Let's Go Help, make sure if you apply to our grants, see what month you applied, and you can see who the winners are. We have it on the beginning of our the front page of Let's Go Help on Facebook. And if you go to guides, GUIDES, you could see all the past winners, month by month for every winner. See if your name is there, because we've been looking for you. We send emails and do it by Facebook too, because that's where most of our members are a member of. And we're actually, when you're a member of one, you're a member of both. So you get two for the price of one. You pay $20 and you get both platforms. And particularly the Let's Go Help 2 platform is where we do a lot of the training, and we have a lot of free live video training programs where we teach you about how to apply to government grants, and it's one-on-one training and other members that help you. And the members are really becoming so important because they go out and apply for something. Like there's a member today or yesterday, she showed us how she got $650. So she went to, and I just did a video on it, so if you want to get the details, look at the video I just finished and put up on YouTube. That it is, she went to findhelp.com. She needed money for moving expenses, and not a whole lot of money, but she called some organizations there, and that's it. So you have to learn how to call. You can't go just on the internet. I mean, that doesn't work anymore. And life is too complicated to rely on the internet. So you have to call people to see exactly what is there and to get them to help you to apply and everything else. So that's what she did. And she found a program there, and it's a nonprofit organization, and she puts the message, the name of the program there so other people can do it for wherever you live. See, a lot of this is local, and that's why it's important. Oh, there she is, Karen. You saw that, Karen. And I just noticed that she's the one who shared with everybody, and then I shared it with more people so they know that that is available. And Karen is wonderful because she called, she made a rapport with the person there. The person, they had something in common, and they all, kumbaya, and they said, and then the woman tells you, well, tell me how much money you need. And she did a figure and sent it to them. He said, well, we can't do that, but we could give you $650, And she said, fine, it's a deal. And so within 30 hours, she got her money, And that's the kind of thing that happens. See, and people don't believe that until it happens to themselves. And that's what's so special about Karen as a member. She shared it with us. She shared it with everybody who's a member and gave the link to the people who give it out. How are you going to find that? You'll never find that in Google. I mean, it's impossible. Google is for people who have money, not for people who don't have money. Because that's what people will show you. Google will show you people who want to get money from you. What we do is show you people who give you money. and that's the whole thing. And we don't have that. Being a capitalist society, everybody has to get money to feed what they're doing. And we do. And what we found that we don't have to charge as much as we thought. Initially, when we were starting this business of helping people get government grants, and I've been doing this for, not this in the format, but writing books about the subject for 40 or 50 years now, and a bunch of New York Times bestsellers. I got more accolades out of this than I ever dreamed of. For a kid who flunked English in college, I got 2 New York Times bestsellers, and was the king of infomercials for a while, and teaching people about this. Well, now I'm doing it better than ever before, and that's because it's one-on-one help. You join, and I'm able to. You tell us what you need money for. And I answer a lot of these personally myself, and set the stage for the whole thing. And actually, after I finish this video, I'm going to go back and answer questions on Facebook. One-on-one questions of people who need help. What do they need help for? And I go and through, I've been studying this. I've written 100 books on the subject. Okay, here are the 5 best places for you to check in your city of how to get money to solve your problem, whether it's getting a new roof on your house, or getting out of debt, or starting a business, or almost anything you want. And these programs are changing every day. They're updated every day. Like, what's the latest on student loan debt? Okay, they just changed the requirements again today. Yesterday or 2 days ago, you were able to take money that wasn't from the government that you use for student loans, and refinance it through the government, and then get $10,000 to $20,000 forgiven. Now you can't do that anymore, okay? And that just changed overnight. So that's why these things are changing. New programs are changing, are coming up every day, locally programs. And I do 3 or 4 videos every day to show people about new programs. Now there's programs probably in every city where if you're looking to get more money in a job and don't have a degree, there's a lot of programs that you might be able to use, and you have to check yourself. It takes work on your side. And that's the thing. There's nobody spoon feeds you here. We show you where it is, where you check. And that's important. And oh, did I show a different Karen? What was, oh, Karen, I know. Did you see the note, Karen, that we did get your application? That's what Karen, that's why. That's right. Karen, did you see my note that you worried if we got your application? Well, it took me a while. The person who does it is across the world. And I just got notice that we got 2 of your applications. See, if you applied, and you're not sure if we saw the application, see, when you apply, you should get a response that we got it. Okay, and well, that's nice, Karen. And see, I forget. I'm bad with names, man. At 79, man, I got a brain full of holes or stop signs or whatever the hell it is. But it ain't like it used to be, and that's fine. I'm still having fun and helping people. And so we found out that, yeah, she got back. I wonder, sometimes it's the middle of the night there, and I don't know, and we have such a complicated system because, we're such a small company to process all these. See, we read every program, and that's it. We're not a big IBM kind of thing, and we just push a button and find the answer to it. No, this is mom and pop stuff. And it's more friendly, maybe not as efficient, but that's okay, because we're happy doing it. Members are happy with it, and this is the first time that people come, say they're sorry they have to quit. They quit our service because they can't afford it anymore. Wow, that's amazing to me. Maybe I'm just not something that's a character flaw in me, but I'm just proud of that fact, and I'm proud of that fact that I am at this age, with the information I know, still able to help people make a little bit of difference. None of us can change the world. I mean, that's out of most of us, our playlist, but we can make a little difference within our universe, and that's all we could hope for. And that's why I'll be here doing this till I die, because I see that happens, every day. And that's why I read most all the questions and answer as many questions as I can personally every day to find out what people need. See, I believe there's an answer to everything if you ask the right question. Again, look at Tammy. Now Tammy's another member yelling at another member. Why aren't you in class tonight? that's a. Why isn't Tammy there? Why is she watching me? Sabrina does these classes that are wonderful, like 3-4 times a week now, giving personal one-on-one help, and that's where members help each other too, live. This is live on Zoom, and this is the great thing of technology. See, to do this anytime, this kind of thing, I mean, in my generation growing up, we had to get a big seminar at a big hotel and charge $1,000 or whatever, and I want to do it for $20. They're the people who need the money. People who can afford $1,000, they don't need help. I want to help people who need it. Don't you want to be loved when you love somebody? Well, don't you want to be loved back? Well, if they don't need you, they can't love you, right? And how I pick up on making spaghetti. Well, I'm sure YouTube will do that for you. And that's it. But more importantly, so the midnight tonight is the deadline. If you don't get it in by then it's going to be tomorrow. It'll be in the November 5th grant. And we'll give out another $40,000. Now, more importantly, tell your friends, if you know anybody who applied and they forgot they applied or whatever, God, to come to us and go to the Facebook group and check the past winners to see if you're applying, because I don't want to sit on this money, and you have 60 days to do it. So in the last 60 days, I think we have probably $10,000-$20,000 that we haven't given out. I'm sure, so don't bet the farm on that. But that's important, that we give that money out, and it's there for you. The people I know need it. I mean, half this country cannot afford a $500 bill. So if you get a bill for $500, so half the country don't have an extra $500 anywhere to be able to pay that. So your car goes down or whatever, you got a surprise, a heating bill goes up. By the way, there's more heating money now than ever before. Look at my videos if you're not a member. They just put another $1 billion into low-income energy. It's the heating program. and so if you go to Find Help, you're DMV Row. Hi, Ashante. If you go to Let's Go Help or 211.org, findhelp.org or 211.org, and put utilities, and you'll see those programs there. And if the main program doesn't work, then you have a list of a half a dozen others. It's just like the woman who I thought was Karen, who got this money for $650 to help her move. That's what she did. She went to findhelp.com, findhelp.com, and she put in moving and called a bunch of organizations there and found one that was able to give her $650, and 30 hours she got it, and helped her move that way. See, that's what we want to teach her. That's what our seminars do on Let's Go Help 2 that Sabrina is doing, is showing you the process. It's not giving you fish, it's teaching you how to spicy meatballs. Now that sounds nice. I like spicy meatballs. Anything out there for a brain injury? Yes, I mean, no matter what. I mean, if you remember, just ask us. We have something called a Meta Grants Report. And that's what I put together with all the stuff I learned for 40 years, of the best sources for about 32 information and money problems you have in life. And I put all the best sources to start with. So whether you need help to pay for a bill, or you need help to get free help with health care or dental care and everything. See, I lay it out, I give you the websites or whatever, and that's on one report. And that's just the tip of the iceberg for $20 that you get by joining Let's Go Help. Plus, you apply to our grant every month and apply for $1,000. Plus, you learn from everybody else. Plus, you get a skill that you're able to use for the rest of your life to learn how to use the government. Now, see, to me, the rich people use the government more and more. I've been doing this 30, 40 years. Everybody used to make fun of the government and said it was stupid to use it. And this is America. We do it by ourselves. That's bullshit. America doesn't do things by itself. They either have a rich uncle or they figure out a government program to help them. You know, every Fortune 500 company is living off this thing. Everybody who's doing anything is living from the government. People come to the government who are millionaires and become billionaires. And that's what it is. And the average person on the street thinks you're a welfare queen if you're that. So that means there's 90% of people in our country are welfare queens or kings or king and queens or he, they, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, because it is the biggest deal in town, you know, and you know, particularly for people who who need help. That's what it's there for. You go to Google and you'll just find people that want to get money from you. You know, that's what they're there for. I mean, it's business, it's entrepreneuring, it's capitalism. That's what this is about. And I love capitalism because I know if people don't pay for what I want to do or what I think should be done, then I got the wrong idea. See, to me, capitalism is a great way to keep score on if what you're doing is worthwhile. I mean, you don't want to make love to yourself in this world. No, you want to love somebody else and make love to somebody else. Well, that's what capitalism does. See, it quantifies that. Unless you're scamming people. It's all, and that's what happens. And that's why people learn to use the system and scam people. Chris, I remember you a long time. Well, there's the link to apply for the monthly grant. It's so hard to find every month. On both websites, you know, the announcements that show up on top, it's usually one of the first one or two announcements up there that you could find the link to apply. If not, look at in guides, GUIDES, on top in Facebook. And then we also have it on Let's Go Help too. My phone is dancing. It's a dancing phone. How do you like dancing phones? But it's all there. And if you can't find it, then just ask. You know, start a description or whatever, a post, and I'll try to pick it up before midnight. I'll go and look at the post after I do this. But more importantly, also there's a brand new program. The force people. You see that video I have on Let's Go Help about let the force. See what you remember in Star Wars it was let the force be with you. Let's see. I believe it's let the source be with you. You got to know sources. Okay, see. You don't have to know the answer to anything. You have to know the source for the answer. It's sort of like. I think I mentioned this earlier this morning. It's like a dictionary. You don't have to know how to spell every word. I can't spell most words, let alone every word. You just have to know there's a dictionary to look how to find it, okay? You don't have to know where every grant, know how to apply to every grant. No, you have to know where to go to find the current grants for what you want to solve. And that's what Let's Go Help does, okay? What we do is teach you, where in the government process do you contact to find the latest grants for buying a house or for starting a business or for getting on a debt and things like that. So whatever the topic is, we don't actually show you. There's a lot we do if it's a national program. But see, most of the programs are not national. They're local. You know, the deadline tonight, yes, the deadline is tonight, midnight, Eastern Standard Time. Okay? Now, I'm going to go and I want to process these applications and make sure if anybody's looking, can't find the application, we'll make sure they know where it is before it's before midnight tonight. And don't forget, if you miss it in the morning, maybe take a few hours in the morning to get it up there, but we'll have a link to show you about November is the next month, right? We'll show you November. And you just go to the website. the Let's Go Help 1 or Let's Go Help 2. Let's Go Help 1 is really Facebook. And it'll be on top there tomorrow morning. Maybe a little later in the morning, depends on what. We got to process all this, and it takes about 2 weeks to process and get the money out to people or get the names out. Then it takes a little longer for people to tell us how they want the money sent. And I just found out we use Zelle for a lot of people to send them money to, but mostly PayPal and checks if you really don't have any other stuff. But Zelle, they just did hearings today on Capitol Hill. That a lot of scams on Zelle. And using Zelle, you can't get your money back if you scam. In normal bank transactions, you can. But with Zelle is so profitable to banks, they don't return the money, see, if you get scammed. So there's a big hearing today on that. And so be careful using Zelle, particularly getting money or sending money because people didn't get it. and the bank don't make it good. So there's a lot of rules. That's why I always use a credit card instead of a debit card, because you can always get your money back. On a debit card, you can't. So if you buy something online or something like that and use a debit card, it's gone, baby, if you got scammed. So use a credit card and you get scammed, you get it back. See, that's what I need. Karen, I hope you're well, and thank you. I'm glad that we straightened out and you could sleep well tonight. And thanks for beating on me to make sure I found that for you. Oh, Dubcake, when are we going to see each other, huh? Okay, take care, guys. Thank you so much.